That's right.
I'll just add to that on top of the in-the-office administration supervision of that program, there is a committee of the trustees that supervise that. Diana Manning is the chair of that at present. Brian Fruehling, who is now the president of the foundation, had done that for several years, and he was the LRS chair for several years. Diana just took it over recently, and so there's another level of looking at it as well. We had a group in from the ABA within the last year to analyze how we do that program, and they were very satisfied with the way it's operating.
Yeah, I think it's a win-win. Helps some lawyers get some cases, gets clients to get a lawyer in that area of practice of the law. So it's very good.
And on top of that, it produces operating revenue for the association.
Now, there is a newsletter that you put out every
other month.
Every other month.
Right.
That's what I thought. Right. And what type of things go in your newsletter? What's the value to the? I guess it goes to the lawyers,
right?
Right.
Right.
Members.
That goes to our members.
Members.
And there's a whole host of topics in the newsletter. There's everything from substantive changes in the law to local changes in our courthouse or state changes in the court structures, to information on the latest sort of social gathering or fundraising effort, information about our seminars and classes coming up for continuing legal education for lawyers. So there's a whole host of, there's an opportunity to advertise if you have an office for rent as a lawyer or you need a service as a lawyer, there's an opportunity to advertise, and also for other businesses that service the law. There's an opportunity to advertise your business in the journal as well.
I remember reading that every other month and seeing one lawyer advertising a timeshare in Myrtle Beach.
Exactly.
And I won't mention any names, but I thought that was pretty good. Now, you have some interesting programs. I mean, a lot of interesting programs. And let's go just through the list. You have a young lawyer mock trial. Okay? Anyone, you want to describe what that's all about?
That is a program where the law firms encourage younger lawyers that are practicing up to 4 years in their firm to become part of this essentially moot court, and they get a problem and they go to the courthouse at 6 o'clock or so and 2 or 3 times and get terrific experience. And I know that most recently because 2 of the lawyers in our office participated in this year and got as far as the finals. Did not win, but had a terrific experience. Porzio Bromberg always participates, and I believe they were successful. They were the winner this year. But I think everybody wins because it's a great experience. Older lawyers volunteer as judges in the preliminary rounds, and in the finals, we have sitting law division judges who volunteer their time, and it is a great experience, and it costs almost nothing to register. It's like a $20 registration fee, and you get the materials, and obviously there's a lot of time to learn the issues of the case, and the volunteers also bring people in their office as the witnesses. So the witnesses are each team brings its own witnesses, and it's a fun event, and it happens over the course of a month or so. And again, a lot of work goes into organizing it. The team that wins has to be in charge of organizing it the next year, so that, for example, next year the young lawyers organizing will be the winners from the Porzio Bromberg firm.
Now, you have a mock trial also for high schools.
We do.
Okay. Can you describe that for us?
Yeah, that's also a wonderful opportunity, and that is really staffed and run by a whole host of volunteer lawyers who serve as coaches for young students in various high schools all over the county. They too are given a problem, and they form teams, and they work on the problem and work on all of the skills that you might expect to see in a trial. And then they begin rounds of competition until finally a champion emerges. And at the end, Judge Bozanellis this year was the sitting judge for the final round in Morris County, which I think is just a tremendous experience for young people.
Now that's part of a statewide program, isn't it?
Right.
Yes.
Because I know the Sussex County Bar Association has a similar program, and that bar association runs it, and there's coaches that are sent out to the high schools, and it's a really spirited competition.
Well, this year West Mendham won on the county level and went to the state competition in New Brunswick at the Law Center, and got rave reviews from everybody. So that it's also a wonderful experience for both the students, and the coaches keep coming back. So obviously they're enjoying it.
Yeah.
The coach of the Mendham team told me that his son had been in the school years before, and he just stayed on, even though his son is actually his son is in Afghanistan.
Years ago, I actually coached the Hepatcon team, years and years ago. Great experience, and you know, you go there and you see these young high school students acting like lawyers, and you can see, if you can see through a looking glass, you could see them in the future being an attorney. And some of them are very, very good.
Yeah.
Excellent program.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Now I know that you don't have a real formal speakers bureau in the association now, but you do provide speakers if somebody's looking for a speaker on law-related subjects, right?
Well, our association members are really organized in terms of committees, and so many of them join particular groups or are part of smaller committees. And so if someone were looking for a speaker on a particular topic, we could certainly access someone who's very expert in a field through our committee system.
Right, and all I have to do is call that number, 267-6089.
That's
I
right.
got it.
That's
Now,
right.
you have an interesting program for the Housing Partnership for Morris County, right?
That's another volunteer program, basically, where our members are solicited to give discount services, and do. And
That's for real estate closings.
Yes.
Primarily, right?
yeah, but it's the amount of money that they get paid is makes it very clear it's a volunteer opportunity.
Right. Here's one that's, I think, probably one of the better things that you can do, and that's your involvement in the battered women's shelter here in Morris County.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Domestic violence is it's a tough thing. And what is it that you do at the shelter?
And again, that's another one of our volunteer opportunities for our lawyers who, again, donate